Hello, hello! Earlier today we received the pleasant surprise of some Monster Hunter Rise Great Sword gameplay. I have personally been waiting very patiently for this footage, hoping to see what awaits for us, users of the greatest weapon. Within a 6-minute video, we are able to see a bit over 3 minutes of an Acnosome hunt by a Great Sword Hunter. This is a considerable amount of footage and it has revealed some new moves and information. There is some good stuff in here. Let's take a look. As we all know, the main attraction in Monster Hunter Rise is the heavy inclusion of verticality via the wire bug. At the same time, this same mechanic adds a different moveset to each weapon via what is called the Silk Vine technique. This special technique costs 2 units of wire bug and it is different for each and every weapon. In this manner, the greatsword obtains access to the technique called the hunting edge. When using this technique, the hunter tethers the wire bug high in the air to establish a point of resistance that he then uses to create tension and fling himself into the air so as to come back down into a front flip overhead sword slash. This is a fierce looking long range option that gives the greatsword a tool against monsters that are either further away or in the air. But there is more to this technique than a simple overhead slash. Once in the air, there seems to be two different attack routes. During the first one, the hunter completes the hunting edge attack and jumps into the air once again to come back down with an aerial attack. On the second one, the hunter hits the Acnosome midway through the trajectory of the jump and jumps off the monster into a massive downward attack called the plunging thrust. I am unsure if we have control over which different version of the hunting edge we can use. I will assume that we do. In any case, whether it is the aerial attack or the plunging thrust, this move will deal incredible damage. One thing I notice in regards to the hunting edge is that there seems to be a condition to use it. In the footage that we have been shown, the hunter had his weapon drawn when he used the technique, or the hunter had to whiff his draw slash before activating it. This leads me to believe that in order to use the hunting edge, the greatsword will need to be unsheathed one way or another. Within the silk bind techniques, there are other techniques that can be used that require only 1 unit of wire bug. These achieve different objectives depending on the weapon. In this case, the greatsword gets access to the power sheath. During this technique, the hunter utilizes the wire bug to tether to a point in space and quickly pull himself towards it, while sheathing the greatsword and gaining a temporary attack boost. In this manner, the hunter is able to dodge incoming attacks, sheath his weapon, and obtain extra damage all in one single move. This mobility is very valuable for the greatsword. Of course, this technique can be used defensively to dodge, but there is a lot of potential here for offense as well. Moving towards the monster, while it's trying to dodge our attacks, can keep the damage going for the greatsword hunter. The attack boost that we get from the power sheath is very attractive, so it is important to understand its activation. Fortunately, this footage gave us some important information in regards to this. As we can see, the hunter was about to use the power sheath, but finds himself interrupted by the Acnosome's roar before he could pull himself away. Even though he was not able to move anywhere, the attack boost of power sheath seems to have activated anyways, as shown by the glowing effect that remained in the hunter's arms. Now, it is impossible to know at this time if the glowing arm truly is the attack boost indicator, but it is a safe assumption to make with the information at our disposal. The Hunting Edge and the Power Sheath are two brand new additions to the Greatsword's arsenal, but they are not the only changes that we can find in this footage. There are a few details that stood out to me in regards to older moves that have been adjusted in Monster Hunter Rise. From the different animation when the Greatsword charges to the shoulder charge and how dominant it seems in reducing damage. That said, there is one aspect of the aerial attacks that caught my attention after I reviewed this footage. In one instance, at the end of the fight, the hunter goes into the air with the wire bug and comes back down with an aerial attack that he combos into a strong wide slash. This is normal. My surprise came when, after the strong wide slash, the hunter transitioned straight into a true charge slash. Right now, in Iceborne, if a hunter does an aerial attack into a strong wide slash, the next move in the combo is the strong slash, not the true charge. Being able to transition to a true charge straight away from the strong wide slash after an aerial attack is very good news, as it will give us another route to reach the mighty true charge slash. This is particularly positive taking into consideration how the combat seems to be focused on verticality. Last, but under no circumstances the least, I wanted to make a special mention about the true charge slash. In this footage we are lucky to see the hunter land a true charge on the Acnosum for an impressive 105 damage, the most I have seen so far. That being said, I noticed that the hit lacked strength. It lacked the force behind it that tells you that you just landed your biggest hit. Upon closer inspection, I noticed that the first hit of this true charge did not hit a weak part of the monster, doing only 6 white colored damage. This gives me some hope that, if the first hit of the true charge does connect with a weak monster part, we will have access to its powered version and see some real fireworks. All in all, I am grateful that we finally get to see some of the new Greatsword, but was left wanting just a little bit more. I am already expectant of the new opportunity we get new footage. Regardless, as long as the damage numbers are there, so will I. Thank you very much for your time, and remember to use more Greatsword.